So Arnav is preparing for his MBA entrance, and the question to Arnav is how can an MBA help in the development of the country? So Arnav, tell us how can an MBA help develop the economy of the country?
Sure, sir. So MBA develops new leaders, and the job of the leader is not only to earn for himself and his company, but also to gauge the talent of his employees. And in doing this, he not only earns himself, but also develops more skills in his employees, and more skilled workers will result in more income and thus development for country.
Yeah. So you can say that MBA is not just a course which is academic in nature. It also develops a lot of leadership and interpersonal skills, and that paves the way for developing other people. So after doing my MBA, I look forward to mentor my juniors and bring them up. And so that's how I think an MBA develops himself and contributes to the development of the country also. That's a good answer. So, what is the area of specialization you have chosen for yourself for now? What kind of branch you would like to go for in MBA?
Right now, I'm more inclined towards finance side. Uh, but the thing about MBA is that we will be learning about all the branches in the first year. And if I find that finance side is not working for me, then I can always choose another side.
Okay. So, you're keeping yourself open as far as possibilities are concerned.
Yes.
But then, my question is why should a person do an MBA? It's a 2 years course, and after graduation, when you have learned so many things, why does what is the inspiration to do MBA? Why don't you go straight away and start working in some company?
Sir, MBA is like it gives the employers and the company a form of confidence that the employee knows he has practical knowledge about the industry, and
Mhm.
so he will be able to give his best output.
Okay. So, do you think that a graduate cannot give the best output?
So I think practical knowledge matters a lot more than theoretical knowledge, and
Mhm.
graduation does not give a lot of practical knowledge to students about the industry.
Okay. So, have you met any MBA who has made a great career? Where do you draw your inspiration from? Do you know anybody who has done his MBA and who inspires you to pursue this course?
Yes, my cousin sister inspires me. She did an MBA in marketing and finance, and now she has a job in Tata Capital, and she is doing great in her career.
Okay, so you want to follow the same footprints?
Uh, so not exactly the same footprints, but I think that after seeing her career path and how she was able to land such a good job after doing an MBA, I think I can do that as well.
Okay. So, what are your expectations from an MBA course? What do you think you will be learning in next 2 years' time?
So my major expectation will be personality development. I think I'm
Mhm.
lacking in that part a lot, and it is personality is very much required in an industrial world.
Mhm.
And in an MBA, I will be we will be interacting with my peers and my teachers with different perspectives, and they will
Mhm.
definitely help me shape up my opinions about a lot of things.
Okay. Okay. So when you say personality development, I understand you're saying that your perspectives regarding different subjects. What else constitutes a strong or a positive personality?
Uh, uh, the first and foremost things, in my opinion, is confidence.
Mhm.
That the person has confidence in what he's doing and in his opinions, and he's able to
Mhm.
convince the other party that he's right.
Okay. Okay. So where does the confidence come from?
So in MBAs, after talking to a lot of people and a lot of presentations and to faculty, they know a lot about the industry, so they can guide me a lot on this.
Okay. I see many people not getting jobs after MBA.
Sorry, sir, I could not hear the question.
I see many people not getting job. They are still unemployed after doing MBA. What could be the reason?
Sir, I don't know about this.
Okay. So you can say if this question comes in that, well, sometimes people who go for an MBA course consider it like another degree and they do not focus on developing their own skills. The purpose of doing an MBA is a complete personality transformation along with gaining a lot of knowledge, and that is what a participant of MBA has to focus on. And if their focus is only on learning some academic subjects, not developing any skills related to innovation, risk taking, uh, mitigating the risk, understanding how the industries work, understanding how people work. So if they go with all the theoretical knowledge alone, it doesn't work. That's one. Number two, sometimes they do not develop any specialization. Like, for example, if somebody plans to do MBA in the field of HR, it makes eminent sense for that person to know what are the various bylaws related to HR, and a good internship in that field can also enhance one's skills. So that is the second reason they don't develop any practical skills. And I think the third reason for people to stay unemployed even after doing this course is that they go with very huge expectations about their salaries. Sometimes it is always good to make a small start and you know, with the passage of time, groom oneself and uh, go up the value chain in the industry rather than thinking of making a big leap after MBA. So I think these are two, three reasons people do not get jobs. Otherwise, there are plenty of opportunities. And if one has proper skills, proper experience, and right expectation from the course, one can always find some meaningful employment.
Okay, sir.
So, what is your salary expectation after doing MBA? What kind of money do you think you would be earning?
Sir, I don't have any expectations, sir. My focus is on developing my skills, and I think if I develop the correct skills, I will be paid the correct price.
Okay. So, what do you think the industries need? What kind of skills are there in demand these days, especially from the perspective of management postgraduates? What kind of skills does the industry expect from an MBA?
So I think the most growing field in today's world is definitely analysis, and AI is being heavily used in analysis, and analysis is very important to judge how the company is doing, how satisfied the customers are, and what all company needs new policies to acquire more customers.
Mhm. Okay, so acquisition and data analysis is what you think is in demand.
Yes.
Okay, great. I think that's pretty much about it. Do you have any questions for us?
No, sir, I don't think I have any questions.
Okay. So this is how it is going to be, Arnav, and you should be very straightforward. As I told you earlier, the college also needs good candidates as much as you need a good college. So you should come there like a one-to-one rather than somebody who is, you know, begging or asking for a favor. An interview is not asking for a favor or, creating uh, a very favorable environment just to please somebody. You are not supposed to do that. You can always differ from the person. You can put your perspective very clearly, and you should go with the perspective that you have got lots of opportunities and you can do a lot of things. And MBA is one of the good options, and you're really keen to pursue it. But then it is not the end of the world. Even if you don't get selected, You have got thousand things that you can do should be there in your background. And that is something really very important. You as an individual who has gone through the complete years of learning in a school, after that doing graduation and gaining good marks has lots of possibilities, right? An MBA is definitely an enhancement and it will help you make a good first break. Like some companies require an MBA. So from that perspective, this will be like opening the gates of opportunities for you to pursue jobs in good companies. So you would have that edge for sure. But then beyond that, an MBA is not the end of the world. It's about the individual. There are many people like, you know, uh, who join the companies at a lower level and they move up the value chain, the ladder with the passage of time. So that's what should be there in your mind. It should not be like if you don't, I mean, be straightforward and don't go with any kind of अरे मुझे इसका जवाब नहीं पता तो मैं क्या बोलूं. So cook your answer, show them the presence of mind that ये बंदा जो है वो मन से सोच के भी बोलना जानता है, इसके बने बनाए जवाब नहीं है और जो है जितना है उतना ही है.
ठीक.
ठीक है. So I think that is most important. You don't have to, it's not that there is a set of right answers and a set of wrong answers, and you should give the right answers the way it happens in a academic test. कि भैया तुम्हें अगर जवाब पूछा सवाल पूछा है तो यही जवाब होना चाहिए तभी मार्क्स मिलेंगे. An interview is like a view of you as an individual. इंटरव्यू इसीलिए बोलते हैं कि
ठीक.
आपको देखना चाह रहा है कि ये बंदा है कौन, इसमें कितना पानी है. So you have to show that, and you have to go with a zero mind that I'm not carrying any baggage with me. So prepare for it, prepare all the questions, but don't try to remember anything. ठीक है. वहाँ पे जितने भी इंटरव्यूज जो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है, जो मैंने क्लियर करे हैं, वो तभी क्लियर करे हैं जब मैं बिल्कुल बिंदास होके गया था.
ठीक.
और जहाँ भी कोई एजेंडा लेके गया या कुछ भी करके गया तो उसमें मैं अपनी मेमोरी पे डिपेंड कर रहा था, तो नेचुरल जो स्किल्स हैं और जो एबिलिटीज हैं वो सामने नहीं आई. So that is what it is. You have to go there and you have to approach this interview or the college as a one-to-one thing. You are not you are at par with the person taking the interview. You are not below him. वो इंटरव्यू ले रहा है इसका मतलब वो आपसे ज्यादा महान है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है.
ठीक है सर.
ठीक है ना. तो आप उसको अपना पर्सपेक्टिव बता सकते हो, उसको आर्ग्यू भी कर सकते हो, उसको बैकअप भी कर सकते हो. यू शुड नॉट कम लाइक अ वेरी एडमेंट और फिक्स्ड माइंड पर्सन, ऐसा भी नहीं लगना चाहिए.
हम्म.
अगर उसका लॉजिक समझता है तो आप बोल सकते हो यस यस आई डू एग्री विद यू एंड आई एम रेडी टू, आई मीन आई कैन सी योर पॉइंट. सो दैट्स व्हाट इट इज. एंड अदरवाइज अगर नहीं कन्विंस होते हो, अब जैसे कोई बोले कि ओके डू यू थिंक इंडिया शुड बी डिक्लेयर्ड हिंदू कंट्री, कोई ऐसा टीका लगा के बैठा हुआ है और बोल रहा है कि इंडिया शुड बी डिक्लेयर्ड अ हिंदू नेशन, व्हाट इज योर ओपिनियन अबाउट इट? Should we be called as a Hindu nation because you are also Hindu, I am a Hindu, and India should be a Hindu nation? What do you say?
I don't think India should be a Hindu nation because India has a lot of cultural diversity and a lot of people of other religions are also living there.
Mhm.
So I don't think India should be declared a Hindu country.
But then there are so many differences, and all these differences contribute to a lot of conflicts and confusions, and sometimes riots also. So administering so many religions becomes a challenge for the state. So, do you think that if we all follow one religion and one perspective, India would thrive more, prosper more if there is just one religion in the country?
I don't think so because different people will bring different perspectives from their culture. And if we declare India a Hindu country, I think it will cause more riots.
Why? Why will it cause more riots?
So because everyone sir loves their religion, and if we suddenly strip them of their religion and declare that India is only a Hindu country, they will feel left out.
Yeah. So you can always tell that. And yeah, you can always give examples also that if we look at all the developed countries, they do not favor one religion over another. Uh, that's the base of any country's development. If you look at US, there are people like Sundar Pichai, who is heading Google. If they go with the perspective that they just want to favor one particular religion rather than favoring merit, probably they would not be able to stay at uh, they would not be able to stay as a developed country. So आप ऐसे examples भी दे सकते
ठीक है सर.
हैं ना. So I think that's pretty much about it. You have to think on your feet. You have to do a lot of hard work. You should know about yourself as much as possible. Come out like a very straightforward, very honest and direct person who is very confident about his own views and who is also very flexible to change his or her perspective if required. ठीक है. तो वैसे जाना है आपको और that's pretty much about it. And यही आपको करना चाहिए.
ओके.
ठीक है. आपको जो मैंने क्वेश्चंस दिए हैं उनका एक बेसिक बेसिक जवाब जैसे मैंने आपको बताया है, वो कर लो. आई सेंड दिस particular recording as well
ठीक है.
and go with the perspective, this kind of mindset. This is very important because आपका जो मानसिकता होता है वो आपको ड्राइव कर रहा होता है कुछ भी करने के लिए. तो अगर आपका माइंडसेट बहुत क्लियर है कि यार ये है, ये कोई दुनिया का अंत नहीं है और इसके बियॉन्ड भी बहुत सी, इट्स जस्ट वन पर्टिकुलर पार्ट ऑफ माय लाइफ एंड आई एम गोइंग टू डू वॉट एवर द रिजल्ट. डोंट स्टे सो अटैच टू इट कि अरे ये बोल दिया तो मेरा सिलेक्शन नहीं होगा या ये बोल दिया तो सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा. वो सबसे ज्यादा डराता है.
हम्म.
तैयारी इसलिए कर रहे हो जिससे कि आपको कम से कम अपने बारे में पता हो. द पर्पज ऑफ प्रेपरेशन इज नॉट टू मेक यू अ पैरट बट टू मेक यू अवेयर ऑफ योर ओन सेल्फ. कि अपने बारे में पता तो हो कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, क्यों कर रहा हूँ. तो
हम्म.
यू शुड कम आउट लाइक अ लॉजिकल पर्सन बट नॉट दैट आपको एकदम सारे सवालों के जवाब याद होने चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं है. कोई बटन दबाया और यू आर नॉट अ रोबोट, यू आर अ ह्यूमन बीइंग. If ever you get confused, you should say that, well, my views are not really very uh, well thought on this point. I've never got an opportunity to think about it. But now, when you have asked me a question, I think this would be the right thing to do.
ठीक है.
अब जैसे कुछ भी बोल दे, कोई भी सवाल हो सकता है ना जो आपके प्रिपरेशन से बाहर का आया हो.
हाँ,
तो
वो
आप
टॉपिक
उसको
मुझे
ऐसे,
नहीं पता तो.
यस यस, एंड यू डोंट हैव टू पोज कि तुमको सब पता है. तुम भगवान नहीं हो. ठीक है, कोई भी भगवान नहीं है. तो कहीं ना कहीं बंदा कंफ्यूज भी हो सकता है, तो उसमें आपको, लेकिन आप जवाब कैसे दे रहे हो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. जवाब ना आना आपको छोटा नहीं बनाता. तो उसको आप वैसे अप्रोच कर सकते हो. आई वुड लाइक टू लर्न मोर अबाउट दिस सब्जेक्ट and I'll study more after the interview. But then, as far as my views are concerned, they are very premature. I want to say this, और जो भी बोलना उसके बारे में बोल.
ठीक है.
Yeah.
तो सब जो
So,
इंटरव्यू फाइनलिस्ट होंगे मैं उनका भी पर्सपेक्टिव पूछ सकता हूँ कि आप इस टॉपिक पे आप कुछ बता दीजिए.
नहीं नहीं, इंटरव्यू वालों का इंटरव्यू लेने लग गए भाई. तो फिर तो वो हंसने लग जाएंगे कि बेटा हमें हमारे मजे लेने आया है तू. तो वो कई बार जानबूझ के आपको उकसाएंगे, परेशान करेंगे, ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे जो आपने सोचे नहीं होंगे. एंड द पर्पज इज टू चेक योर पर्सनैलिटी, नॉट योर नॉलेज. हाउ यू अप्रोच समथिंग विच यू डोंट नो, हाउ यू मैनेज स्ट्रेस. ठीक है. सो देर आर वेज इन विच वी रिएक्ट टू स्ट्रेस. कई लोग जरूरत से ज्यादा बोलने लग जाते हैं और उल्टा सीधा बोल जाते हैं उसमें.
हम्म.
कई लोग शांत होते हैं, सोचते हैं ऐसा क्यों कर रहा है, और जरूरत आने पर बोलते हैं, जरूरत आने पर चुप रहते हैं. क्योंकि गलती तो कोई भी कर सकता है. हो सकता है वो खुद को भी एनालाइज करते हैं कि नहीं, मैंने तो गलती नहीं करी, है ना. तो यू हैव टू थिंक एंड यू हैव टू बी ओपन टू सिचुएशन. राइट. डोंट गो विद अ सेट एजेंडा. प्रिपेयर your answer so that you know about yourself better, not that you get to know what those people will be pleased with. Purpose of interview is not to please the interviewer. purpose of interview is to know, the purpose of preparation is to know about yourself better, कि मैं जो कर रहा हूँ वो क्यों कर रहा हूँ और मैं क्या हूँ, वो जानना ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। किसी को भी आप प्लीज तो कभी कर ही नहीं सकते, ठीक
हम्म।
है ना कोई आपसे किसी ना किसी कारण से तो दुखी रहेगा ही रहेगा, फिर वो चाहे आपके पेरेंट्स हो, चाहे इंटरव्यूअर हो, चाहे जो भी हो, ठीक है ना।
ठीक
पर
है।
अगर आप अपने बारे में बहुत अच्छे से जानते हो, तो कम से कम आप अपनी बात को बहुत अच्छे से रख सकते हो और बहुत ही रिस्पेक्टेबल तरीके से रख सकते हो। अगर आपको अपने बारे में नहीं पता तो आप गुस्से हो जाओगे, आप नाराजगी का या कुछ एटीट्यूड का सहारा लोगे।
हम्म।
तो ये सोच के जाओ, दिस इज द पर्पस ऑफ योर इंटरव्यू, ऑल दोस क्वेश्चंस, टेल मी समथिंग अबाउट योरसेल्फ, व्हाट हैव यू डन, व्हाई डू यू वांट टू डू एन एमबीए, व्हाई शुड वी सिलेक्ट यू, इट इज टू नो मोर अबाउट यू एज एन इंडिविजुअल। हर चीज में आप बाहर निकल के आने चाहिए कि ये बंदा ये है, राइट।
ठीक।
एंड इफ देर इज नो वन आंसर, एवरी आंसर कैन बी ग्रेट आंसर, इवन इफ यू से वेल आई रियली डोंट नो, और अगर आप बहुत ऑनेस्टी से बोल रहे हो, तो वो बोलेगा कि यार ये बंदा जो है ना ये बिंदास है, इसको अगर नहीं पता तो ये बोलता है मुझे नहीं पता,
हम्म।
है ना। इवन टीचर्स को कई चीजें नहीं पता होती ना,
हम्म।
लेकिन वो ऑनेस्टली कभी भी सामने नहीं आते कि मुझे नहीं पता, वो छुपाने की कोशिश करते हैं। तो आपको छुपाना नहीं है, तो क्योंकि वो तो पकड़े जाओगे।
हम्म।
तो अगर पता है तो बोलो, अगर नहीं पता है तो बोलो नहीं पता, और अगर कोई ओपिनियन वाला क्वेश्चन है तो बोलो कि ये ओपिनियन
ठीक।
है ना। सो आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट इट इज, एंड बी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड। जैसे उसने बोला, गिव मी अ रीजन व्हाई वी शुड रिजेक्ट यू।
हम्म।
सिलेक्टिव वाले तो बहुत सारे सवाल होते हैं, कोई बोले व्हाई शुड वी रिजेक्ट यू, बोलना आई डोंट थिंक देयर इज एनी रीजन टू रिजेक्ट मी, इट इज योर जॉब, व्हाई शुड आई टेल यू व्हाई शुड यू रिजेक्ट मी, you should select me, sir. I am here for selection. If there is one seat and if there are 1,000 candidates, I should be the one who should get selected. I am here for selection and I deserve it. So if you think there are some flaws, you may reject me, but then I am 100% convinced that I'm made for this and I should get it. So हर एक का जवाब आपको बहुत स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड नहीं देना है
हम्म।
कि why should you reject me, तो आप बोलते see I sometimes lack confidence, so probably that is the reason। अरे तुमको थोड़ा चपल बनना है,
ठीक।
ठीक है। और मतलब अपना गोल तो हासिल करना ही है ना,
हम्म।
इतने भी सीधे नहीं हो जाना है कि दुनिया तुम्हारे को काट के ही खा जाए। तो वो बोले व्हाई शुड वी रिजेक्ट यू, तो बोलना आई डोंट थिंक यू शुड रिजेक्ट मी, प्लीज सिलेक्ट मी,
ठीक।
राइट। सो आई थिंक दैट्स द क्रक्स ऑफ इट, एंड डू सम थिंग्स बाय व्हिच योर thinking is all very positive and very assertive, not aggressive but assertive, showing what you are, telling what you are, and being very clear of uh, your goals and your abilities. Don't ever think that rejection or failure is a bad thing. जो होना है वो तो होना ही है, लेकिन अगर आप बिंदास बन के गए तो क्लियर करोगे, और अगर डर के करे तो वो आपको पकड़ लेगा कि अरे थोड़ा डरता है, ये दूसरा है जो थोड़ा सा ज्यादा असर्टिव है, इसको ले लो। बिकॉज एमबीए और मैनेजमेंट इज मोर अबाउट एक्सप्लोरिंग द chaos एंड मेकिंग सम सेंस आउट ऑफ इट। हर चीज फिक्स्ड ही
हम्म।
होती तो एमबीए की जरूरत ही ना पड़ती,
हाँ।
है ना। 2+2 4 नहीं होता ना बिजनेस वर्ल्ड में, इसीलिए एमबीए चाहिए होते हैं, तो
हम्म।
थोड़ा सा समझ सकें सिचुएशन को, लोगों को, आगे आने वाला क्या है भविष्य को। तो इसलिए वो तो फील्ड ही अननोन वाला है,
हम्म।
तो दैट इज व्हाई यू आर डूइंग इट, एंड दैट शुड बी योर पर्सपेक्टिव, राइट। तो आप बिल्कुल बिंदास जाओ एंड डू इट दिस वे, एंड नो मोर अबाउट योर ओन सेल्फ, so that you give answers which are very pertinent and very personal।
ठीक।
ठीक है,
ठीक है सर।
चलो, ऑल द बेस्ट टू यू, बाय।
थैंक यू सर।
टेक केयर।